Okay, so this is an introduction to Revit. In this class, we're always going to use an architectural template. There are other templates for different purposes, but for this class, we're just going to stick with an architectural template. When you click on that, your window opens up. So this is your main drawing area. This will tell you what level and what thing you're looking at, and this will give you information about the component that you're putting in. So we're going to work through the shed. The first step to creating the shed is to build a wall. So we're going to choose wall, come onto our drawing board, click and drag. Now, this is a very large area. Right now I've drawn a 29-foot wall that is much larger than we need. So I'm going to actually manually type in 12 feet and hit enter. And it's going to automatically make the wall the distance I asked for. The wall tool doesn't go away. It's actually still on here. So if I bring the wall down and I type in 10 feet, I get my next wall. And then when I come over here to 12 feet, it'll actually lock in where the 12-foot mark is. So I can click and I pull up and I can click again. All right, so now I have my 12-foot by 10-foot shed. Whenever you are finished with a tool, you're going to right-click on the mouse and go to cancel. You need to do this twice to get totally out of the tool. Each time it just takes you out of a single step. Now, notice our 10-foot by 12-foot shed is very small on my window, my screen, and I want it to be bigger. If you go to the center scroll on the mouse and you push up, you will actually get to zoom in on the object. And now notice it's not in the center of my screen. So I need to drag this object down. If I push straight down on the center scroll mouse, I can pan the screen and bring that down. All right. This is the overhead view. If I want to see a three-dimensional view of my building, I click on this. Notice my walls are excessively large. I don't want walls this large. If I come over here, you can see that they are 20-foot walls. I don't want 20-foot walls. I want 10-foot walls. So I can change that and hit apply. The wall automatically goes down to 10 feet. Another way to do this, I can click on the wall, I can grab the blue arrow, and I can drag it down accordingly. So two ways. You can come over here, change that to 10 feet, and hit apply, and come over here and click and drag down. Oh, I missed. Okay, so just to check, make sure all my walls are the right height. Excellent. And I come back to the 3D view. So now I essentially just have a box. I need to put doors and windows in the box. So whenever you're working, you should always go back to the level 1 floor plan, which is a bird's eye top view, because then it's going to put things where they're supposed to be. All right. If I'm in this screen and I need to get back to my pieces, I can come up here to architecture. And now I want to put in a door. This is the default door that it gives you. If I want a different door, I can come over here to load family, go to doors, and I have all kinds of different options for doors. Interior doors, residential doors, commercial doors, tons of different options. So I'm going to choose a residential door, and I want a very nice, fancy double glass door. If you single click on these, it will show you previews of what the doors look like. So I'm going to choose an exterior door. And these are the different sizes, so I'm going to just go with the default size. And notice that the door shows up as opening inward or outward, depending on how I want it. So I want my door to open outward, and I want it on this wall, and I want it pretty close to center. Let's see if we can, there we go, 6 foot, 6 foot, and I click. So there is my door, centered on the wall, opening outward. I can right-click cancel, right-click cancel. Any of these, when I click on this, I can change the way the door opens after I've placed it. So if it goes and you can only get it where you want it and it opens inward, place the door and change it afterwards. All right, right-click cancel. Now I'm going to place a window. So I come up to window. Again, the default window is a 36 by 48 inch fixed. I can change the size. So if I want a smaller, a narrow, tall window, or if I want a tiny window, I can choose those. And I can now place my windows on the wall. Now notice that this window and this window are placed differently. The top window has the windowsill on the inside of the building. This window has the windowsill on the outside of the building. When I go to the 3D view and I come around, you can see how those windows are different. This one has the windowsill on the outside. This one has the windowsill on the inside. The windowsill on the inside is the correct way. So I'm going to go back to my level 1 floor plan, and I'm going to take this window and I'm going to switch it. So now both of them have the windowsill on the inside. If I want to now add some interior walls, I'm going to click on wall. Notice my original wall was a generic 8-inch wall. That's more of an exterior wall. So I can drop this down and I can choose an interior 3 1/8 inch partition wall. So you'll notice when I put that wall in to my shed, it's not as wide. It's not taking up as much room. It's not an exterior wall. It's not a load-bearing wall. It's just a separation wall. Again, that room there has no door, so I need to now enter a single flush. This would just be your regular interior door. So let's go 30 by 80. And I want it to open in this direction, but I actually want it to open against the wall, because that doesn't make sense that the door is going to open here. It's going to be hard to walk around there. So I need to take this and I actually need to flip the way that that door opens. And let's say I decide I want the door to really be in the corner so that when I open it, it is against the wall. You can just grab the door and drag it over. Okay. Now, the last thing we need to do for right now is put in a floor. Actually, I'll make that a separate video.